Three students attempted to solve for x in the following triangle. All three made one error. Identify the errors and then calculate x properly. Let's consider Anna's solution. First step, she states that sine of 20 degrees equals 6 over x. Recall that sine to the opposite side divided by the hypotenuse. In this particular question, the 6 is not the opposite side, but the adjacent side. Therefore, Anna has gone wrong in her first step. For her second step, to get from sine 6 over x, she multiplied both sides by x. This results in x times sine 20 degrees equals 6. That's a perfectly good step. For the next step, she divided both sides by sine 20 degrees, which leaves x by itself as 6 divided by sine 20 degrees. Again, this is correct. Finally, substituting this into the calculator, 6 divided by sine 20 degrees would give 17.54 centimeters, so her only mistake was step 1. Let's consider Steve's solution. Steve has wrote this down as 20 degrees equals 6 over x. Note that cosine of an angle is equal to the adjacent side over the hypotenuse. Sure enough, 6 is the adjacent side and x is the hypotenuse. This step then is correct. For Steve's second step, however, he did not rearrange this equation correctly for x. He would have had to multiply both sides by x, divide both sides by cosine of 20 degrees. This would result in 6 divided by cos 20 instead of 6 times cosine of 20. He has then gone wrong in his second step. For his third step, substituting 6 times cosine 20 degrees, sure enough, would give 5.64 centimeters. For Mary's solution, in her first step, she used cosine 20 degrees equals 6 over x, just as Steve did. Her second step, she multiplied both sides by x, resulting in x times cosine of 20 degrees equals 6. This step is also. In her third step, she divided both sides by cosine degrees. This step also is correct, as this is the way to isolate for x. Her last step, substituting into the calculator. Unfortunately, here is where she went. Always ensure that your calculator is set to DEG, or degree mode. The answer here that Mary obtained corresponds to the RA, or radian mode for the calculator. Therefore, Mary went wrong only in that last step. To solve this properly, do everything exactly the same for Mary's solution. We get x equals 6 over cosine degrees. If we are in the correct degree mode, we get an answer of 6.39 centimeters.